And last but not least, I don't know if a lot of people think about this, and it might take you years to discover how your body And we're back. Nice and easy run this morning in the crisp fall temperatures. That's right. Ooh, I can't wait to. 2 years ago, I would not have been able to tell you the correct temperatures, and we're going to break it down inside the correct temperatures for transitioning from summer running gear to fall to winter. Thanks to the thermometer in my car, I actually have another thermometer in my car. I look and study the apps, the weather apps, really detailed what temperatures do I need, like what temperatures impact what I'm wearing for outerwear. So today, may have overdressed a little bit, but still got it done. But let's go break it down inside. First, get a little cup of joe, if you know what I mean. And let's just call a spade, everybody. Part of the reason I'm doing this vlog today, first of all, it's perfect timing with the temperatures getting chilly today, but also I'm long overdue, and headlamps on, hold on one second. We'll probably talk about headlamps today as well. I'm long overdue for knocking out unpacking. I'm yearning for those puffy jackets. I love running in puffy jackets up in the mountains when it's really cold, but it's not quite time. So we got to figure this out. All right, let's go get out of these running clothes. And it's going to be a little bit of a whirlwind on the channel for the next 2 minutes. Okay. Making progress. Shout out to the Aussies. Oh yeah. All right. 2 boxes empty. Met the goal. We will get to the rest of this after we film the fall outerwear gear. Let's do this. Fall running gear 2021. No, I'm not drying my laundry, not hanging it out on the line, although that's what it looks like here in the studio. And somebody called me out yesterday and said, Seth, you're not out in the studio anymore. You're inside the studio. You're inside the house. I got a good chuckle out of that. It's hard to break that habit. It's just like you walk outside to the old shed, for years. Anyway, here we are in the studio. I've got a long sleeve here. We will come back to that in a minute. 3 considerations for your fall running gear lineup. Okay, pretty basic information here. And again, this is all actually, if you watch, raise your hand in the comments. Did you see the winter running gear and actually the summer too as well? Man, so and I've never done a spring running gear. I will do that next spring. But anyway, winter 2020, did you see that vlog? Because a lot of the information in that vlog, I'm gonna repeat right now just so you know. So if you need to jump ahead, I understand, but I wanna hit these 3 points real quick. All right, here we go. First of all, 3 considerations, and there might be more, but I like to keep it simple here. Of course, what weather are you running in? All right, what's the temperature out? What's the wind like? What's the precipitation like? Or or another way to look at it, the humidity, which is key, critical, because here in Colorado, very dry weather, especially in like September, October. We start to get a little bit of, like late October, we can start to get our first snow of the year. But right now, it's usually a pretty dry time. So keep that in mind as I'm talking about the temperatures here in a minute, okay? That's point number 1. Point number 2 is the pace of your runs. How fast are you running? Are you doing a threshold day? Are you doing a tempo day, long, steezy day, easy day, long run pace? Are you doing a race? Okay, so that's key to consider as well. And last but not least, I don't know if a lot of people think about this, and it might take you years to discover how your body regulates temperatures. I am not the scientist in the room. I don't know how this happens. Some people, I'm just gonna say, burn hot. Some people burn cold, meaning some people can go out in a t-shirt and it's 22 degrees Fahrenheit out, and they might have a hat on and gloves, but they're in a t-shirt because they burn hot, like their body just regulates temperature warmer. I would say I lean in the direction most likely of regulating my body temperature a little on the cooler side, all right? So keep that in mind, and again, it's just gonna take testing to see, like, some people sweat a lot, some people don't sweat a lot. That's critical. You don't wanna be soaking wet 3 miles into a 15-mile middle distance run. So anyway, just again, things to consider, which of course will be impacted by the humidity levels, or the humidity levels outside wherever you might be running. Okay, so for me, it's tough. Here we go. Again, low humidity in Colorado. For me, 38 to 39 degrees Fahrenheit, and below, I consider winter running. All right, 38 to right around there, so upper 30s and below, that's when I start to get a little chilly. That's when I might consider, especially on an easy day, I'll put a puffy jacket on, all right? And again, for me, I lean in the direction of, I don't like to be cold. And I would rather be a little warm at the beginning of the run, depending on which type of run I'm doing. Made a vlog all about that. I think, 13 different run types, upper right-hand corner. In case you're interested in learning more about the different run types that I incorporate into my training. So 38 to 39 degrees and below, really for me is that winter running temperature. From 39 degrees to it's like 55 degrees Fahrenheit. Again, here in Colorado, that's my fall temperatures. Okay, so basically I'm gonna call it 40 degrees to 55 degrees Fahrenheit. Above 55 degrees, you're looking at, if you're in the 55 to 62 range, you're looking at cooler summer temperatures by my books. All right, so there you go. That's my breakdown of the temperatures. And one last point. Well, I'll save that for a minute. Here we go. Let's break it down. Head, torso, legs, feet. Head, torso, legs, feet. Gonna roll through. Gonna grab as much of this gear as possible. Of course, I always start off we're just going through, everyone. I'm going to go a little quicker here. Hat, all right? And then our millions of buff options that are now available. Remember, maybe like 2 decades ago, there was the buff company. Now everybody has a buff. And actually, should we do it now? Comment of the day, shout out to Bowie. This is being pulled from last year's winter running vlog. He or she, I'm not sure, says, speaking of neck gaiters and buffs, do you have any plans of designing your own for selling? I'd love to purchase one of those. Let me think on that, okay? Through Teespring, which, all the merch is linked down below. Would you be interested in a DGR running buff for the upcoming winter months? So the reason I love a buff over a hat is because you can pull it down when your ears start to get a little warm. You can pull it down and then protect your neck, all right? So, and you lose, right? Correct me if you lose a ton of heat through your neck because there's so much arteries and blood vessels and everything going through your neck. So that's why I love a buff over a hat. However, in the winter, what I'll do a buff. I shouldn't get into this because this is not the winter running vlog, but I do a buff and then a winter running beanie over the buff. But that's another story for another day. Of course, I love my Petzl Headlamp, but I'm just realizing now, after about 2 years of use, this is the Swift option, Petzl Swift. I love it. I think the battery might be starting to wear out, Petzl. If you're listening, I'd love to test any new technology you have coming out in the not so distant future. And then, yes, I broke my Smith sunglasses. You probably have noticed the last couple weeks here on the vlog. I have not been wearing these, so I'm in the market for what sunglasses should I test out next for all of you? Comment down below. All right, so there you go. Hat, buff for the fall weather temperatures. All right, it's pretty simple. Moving down to the torso, always start with a base layer a long sleeve base layer. This is Under Armour, love it. Under Armour is doing pretty solid for me with respect to lightweight, and this would be for temperatures between 45, and okay, critical point, 45 degrees Fahrenheit is really the dividing line for me between warmer fall temperatures and cooler fall temperatures. So 38 degrees Fahrenheit to 45 degrees, I would lean in the direction of a thicker long sleeve, okay? And this is from Gymshark. This is newer to the rotation. I'm still testing it out. So far, so good. Gymshark, thanks for sending it along. And most of this gear, I'm going to do my best to link to it down below. A lot of it's listed on Running Warehouse. Now, if it's 38 to 45 degrees, I will couple this guy. I will couple a long sleeve with arm warmers, okay? And again, this is how I burn a little cooler than probably a lot of people out there, but I love a good arm warmer that I just put on, and you just slide your arm in. I should probably have taken this off, but you just slide it in, and then your arm is like that, and then you can put the long sleeve over that. And then also, if you're really a little concerned about, well, layering, okay? It's important. So I will do a t-shirt over the long sleeve if it's windy out. It's a little windy. Or if I know it's gonna start raining about halfway through, okay. Now if it's between 45 degrees and kind of that 54, 55 degree mark, I will just do a long sleeve. Okay, moving on to my gloves. Where are they? Where are they? So I've got these lightweight Nike gloves. Love these, but really my favorite gloves are from New Balance for fall. These are and listen, lots of companies make these gloves, okay? But these are the convertible options. Love these. I mean, I can't even tell you how much. Why? Because when it's a little at the beginning of the run, boom, I pull this down, and then it turns into a mitten, just for a little extra protection for the fingers. Then when it starts to warm up, you can do this, and then tuck it in, okay? There you go. And then it goes away, and then when you really start to warm up, and actually let's just, well, okay, not quite yet, not ready for that. The number one fall running gear item that I must have. Ready for this? It is from, actually I gotta move some of this, 1 second there, is from Janji. You've probably never heard of this company. I hadn't heard, they're kind of newer, I do believe. This is the Janji, if I'm saying it right, Zephyr Runner. Janji Zephyr Runner. Again, it's actually on clearance right now from Running Warehouse. This is the lightest windbreaker I own. So again, I'll do the long sleeve, and then I'll do this windbreaker, and what's so nice about this is that it can tuck into my flip belt, or I just tie it around my waist. Usually, like on a 22-mile run like I did this morning, I will if it's starting to warm up to, let's say, that 51, 52 degree mark, I will most likely take this off, tie it around my waist, and finish the run. Probably around like mile 15 out of 22, maybe mile 16, all right? So there you go. I can't even tell you how much I love this jacket, Janji. All right, thank you, Janji. And so, but if it's, let's say 38, 39 degrees Fahrenheit, this is I talked about this in a vlog recently, the Nike Shield jacket from Nike Trail. And again, I would only wear this for an easy or steezy day. Nothing faster than that. Okay, moving down. I think we got the torso covered. Let's move down to the legs and the feet. My strategy, pretty simple. Again, the 45 degree Fahrenheit dividing mark, and I'm realizing I forgot to grab running shorts. If it's above 45 degrees Fahrenheit at the start of the run, I will just wear running shorts. If it's below 45 degrees Fahrenheit, I will wear half tights, all right? And so right now, Under Armour Rush, okay, half tights, love, man, I don't know if I've ever worn a more comfortable half tight. And then there's the Lululemon, and now these are pretty expensive. I don't remember how much these are. These might be like $60 or $70, but okay, wow, I've said this before. If you make that upfront investment, I predict I could have these for the rest of my life. I'm not even kidding. Like I could build quality. I'm saying maybe 10 years, maybe they wear out in a decade. But if you make that initial upfront investment, you should have and if you can keep it fresh and clean somehow, that's where, thank you, True Love, for keeping all my crazy running clothes fresh and clean. If you can keep them fresh and clean, they should last you and I'm going to say a decade. All right, that's kind of my prediction there for those half tights. And then if it's below 45 degrees Fahrenheit, and especially if I'm feeling a little tired, but I don't want my legs and especially my calves to get too chilly, I will do compression sleeves on my calves from Compress Sport, okay? Love Compress Sport. Actually, the second place guy at UTMB this year, he's sponsored by Compress Sport. Not a running shoe company, but an outerwear company. I found that very, very fascinating. So I will wear these, again, below 45 degrees Fahrenheit. If it's above 45 degrees Fahrenheit, now today, you may have seen in the intro there, I had full tights on, and the reason was because it was wet out. All right, so again, that's another factor to consider as you are deciding. I know I'm going a little quick. I'm trying to go quick here. You guys are probably like, he's not going very quick. Okay, so little thicker socks, not my winter running socks, but from the summer to winter, yes, you can dial it in that much. And again, running sock vlog. I've made a vlog all about running socks, upper right-hand corner. These are just a little bit thicker than my summer running socks. Okay? Oh, man. And should I go there? Okay. I'll toss it to, as far as like a link to upper right-hand corner, a vlog that is all about my winter running shoes 2020, which are still very applicable to 2021. For example, the Asics Trabuco Max really gave me good grip in 2020. Really, I would consider, and I believe it's linked below as well in the description from Asics. All right, there you go. Question of the day. What is one or two pieces of gear that is a must-have in your outerwear rotation for running in the fall temperatures specifically? And if you care to share what you consider to be fall temperatures, that would be fascinating, especially since some people are dealing with more wind, some people are dealing with less wind or more precipitation or crazy high humidity. And I realize some places don't even have fall or autumn. It's like Hawaii. It's like always always like 75 degrees in Hawaii. Shout out to Hawaii. You guys are very, very fortunate over there to have good weather. But let us know in the comments. Thanks for tuning in. Of course, I hope that was informative, and I know I'm probably missing something, but that's my strategy for fall outerwear running gear. All right? And as it develops, I'll probably make a vlog like this in 365 days from now. We will toss it to the Winter Running Gear 2020. Winter Running Gear 2020. So maybe you can preempt your winter, believe it or not, I mean, it could be very chilly here in Denver in 2 weeks, or it might take 6 to 8 weeks. It just depends, man, on those weather patterns. Right there, right there, right there. All right, everyone, seek beauty, work hard, and love each other. See you tomorrow.